You know what it is, LA Icon right here, Shaka headquarters, and you are now watching Beyond the Label podcast. To my right, your left, possibly one of the best rappers alive, Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, what's happening with you?
Chilling. I was amazed that you suck at basketball, fool.
Terrible. I told the people that before though.
Oh, that's facts?
Yeah, they know
I
that.
thought that was a Shaka exclusive.
But I did win the B League championship in prison though. You know what I'm saying? Every
Yeah,
time
but were you like the bench player and you won off the bench type?
I was like Ron Artest.
You were like, what position you play? Like left out?
I was small. I was small forward. I'm trying to think what he said. I was small forward. You know what I mean? B League champ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were like, this basketball ain't regulation size by no means.
That's 10 feet right there?
I don't believe that that's 10 feet.
Gotta be a little higher.
You're taller than me. I never thought that, so that's crazy.
It's 10 and a half at least.
It's crazy. Let me ask you something. How the do you win an Emmy for an interview? Yeah, get him that water, baby.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brody. Oh man, I guess it was at the right time, the right topic. You know, that shit that happened in Buffalo was fucked up.
Facts.
And I mean, it's not a lot of people from Buffalo with our kind of wave that we got. So
yeah,
it was important for me to speak up. So I think that people.
I was baffled that you could win an Emmy for an interview, but I'm glad it was you, and I'm glad it was like someone from like where we come from, our upbringing type. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And then some cornball. Like
that's crazy. I won an Emmy for some shit they put on Instagram.
Fire.
That's crazy.
That's crazy as hell.
Right.
And when I realized that that's what had happened, like I said, I was baffled. That shit's crazy. What's it feel like getting nominated for a Grammy? Not only just any Grammy, but like album of the year and
dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like
there's a process to it that not many people are privy to. I know a little bit about it.
You got to have the album in at a certain time.
Yes, for consideration.
And you know what I mean?
Not only that, but you got to have someone that sends it in for you for consideration. So that's just a plug in itself. I mean, at your level, it's a different vibe, but you know, for the indie person,
we trying to get one of them Grammys, man, one day, man. You know what I mean?
I actually stand on what I said about you being the best rapper alive. That wasn't cap. One of the best rappers alive. That wasn't cap. So I don't think that's like a far-fetched thing.
No, it's gonna happen.
Have you ever heard that you could pay for one? Is that like?
I never heard that you could. You heard that?
That's what I heard.
Oh shit, I believe it.
It could be speculation.
Nah, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? This is America. This is the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen.
I'm sure that also involves like the plug to know the right guy to bribe or what have you.
Yep.
Maybe I'm going too crazy.
No, you're not. But that's half the shit though. That's a skill. Being connected is a skill.
Facts.
So you know what I mean?
I'm gonna start at the beginning. Before we start at the beginning, take it all the way back. How much do you think politics plays into rap with knowing who you need to know and stuff like that?
100%. All the way from top to bottom. It play. I'm saying it's like it's what you know, but it's also who you know, and that's part of the game. You know what I mean? We could sit down and complain about it because it's frustrating, but that's also part of the game. You know what I mean? Those type of things help us and it hurt us.
Fact.
It help us because we are connected in some ways. It hurt us because we might not be connected. You know what I'm saying? In those lanes, but
absolutely,
it is what it is, man.
Did you have to play nice, or did you have someone play nice for you on your behalf, rather, with whoever needed to, you know what I'm saying, get greased?
I play nice. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is entertainment. This is music industry, so I'm not here for all of that bullshit.
Nah, I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course I did. You know what I mean? When it's all love, it's all love. You got to surround yourself around people who is love like that with.
I feel it.
I ain't trying to work who I secretly hate. You know, I don't like
Nah, I totally feel it. I'm from East LA, notoriously known as the home of the gangbang out here. And Buffalo, I feel like, isn't glamorized maybe enough on what it could be street-wise when you were growing up. What was that like growing up as a kid in Buffalo?
It was dope. It was fun. We did everything all the other kids do. We went to the pool, in the neighborhood pool. We stole bikes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know, just regular shit.
It sounds like some normal that I did.
Yeah, 100%. It's not like, you know, the colors and shit like that. But you know how New York is. It's a lot of people who bang it in New York, but we always was the blocks and like that. But you know, it was a treacherous place in the '90s, man.
Absolutely.
The whole country was up in the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And coming from like the, as far as Buffalo, the pit of that East Side Buffalo.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm
East
saying?
Side in here. I like that.
I'm saying East Side Buffalo. That's a fact.
I don't know how much in depth you're going to go on this or how much you've done it on other interviews, but I'm going to ask. You're 2 years older than me, and I know at 13, I had just barely started around until I was 15, then I started moving or whatever, but you were, how the go straight to selling heroin at 14 and not like sell weed or some shit before, or did you?
Yeah, I did sell weed before, but I'm from a block. Every day on my block, when I leave to go to school and when I come home from school, I said in the song it was $20,000 a day, but all the OGs tell me I shot a low number. So let's just say maybe $30,000 a day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So it was like everybody was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? It was part of being from Montana Avenue.
For me personally, like I said, I dabble with the weed, and over here we call crack hard, so I pushed hard or whatever. I can't imagine my plug telling me he got tar on deck for me to push, you know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to disclose the name of your plug, but I'm saying, like, who the is your plug to give a 14-year-old some black like that? That's just crazy as to me.
Man, you would be surprised, man. And you know, growing up in the hood, we be feeling like those dudes doing us favors.
No, absolutely. Like, you put me on fire.
Exactly. Really ruining your life. You know what I'm saying? But
if that's our life, that's our life. But I feel what you're saying.
Man, it's like, you know, when you had the money, you had the money. They wasn't turning down no money. You know, they probably looked at you funny, but if you was popping up saying like, yo, I want to.
If you had the bread, so you didn't get fronted, you had bread to.
No, you had to, because you had to, in that game, in my hood, you had to have money because nobody was giving you the game. You had to come with your own shit. It's like, oh, you got it already. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to like help nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a jungle.
You eating or you not?
Exactly.
You killing. You eat what you kill. Like my boy Smoke says.
Sometimes they didn't like me and my boy was out there hustling. We was young. You know what I'm saying? So they'd tell us like, what the y'all doing? So it was like you had to come with your own shit. Nobody was gonna give you nothing.
Nah, I respect that. What's the wildest shit? Because, you know, heroin's a hell of a drug. It's like a dirty-ass drug. That ain't no rich man's drug. I mean, I guess it could be, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't going to be rich for a while.
Right.
What's the wildest shit that you've ever seen from someone hooked on heroin?
Man, I seen like people go right out. You know what I'm saying?
Because, you know, they sick and shit.
Right. I seen people go right out. Pass right the out. Go right out. Got to slap them on the face, pour water.
The whole shit.
On this shit, you know what I'm saying?
I've seen someone overdose in jail. So
almost panic.
Yeah.
Like, what the happened? And then they wake up. They want more of that shit.
What's the craziest shit someone's clucked to you? Oh, here we call it cluck. You know what I mean? Trading for drugs and shit. What was the craziest shit? You know, don't tell me no fire ass Walkman or no big TV back in the day.
No, hell no. You know, that's one thing that I miss about the game. I was telling my wife that the other day. Like, I miss getting the TVs, getting the hammers. You know what I'm saying? Getting all the good shit. Sometimes, you know, you get a new pair of Jordans. They stole somebody's shit. Exactly. Bracelets, jewelry, all type of shit.
Video games.
And you might get the shit. It might be a knock on your door at 3 a.m. And it's a nice diamond bracelet.
Facts.
You know
they did some scandalous shit at 2 or 3 in the morning. Everyone went to sleep.
For a half an 8-ball. You should go take it to the jewelry store. I did shit like that. I took it to the jewelry store, put it in a box, gave it to my baby mother.
Easy peasy.
I'm the hero.
What's the most scandalous thing somebody has tried to pluck to you?
He's like their whole ass body.
Like their kid's stuff or something?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I seen that happen before. Maybe one of my homeboys, one of my little homies, you know what I'm saying? A video game.
That's light.
A video game that I done played with little homie. You know what I'm saying? And they bringing it to me in the bag.
You mean like one of the homies?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They got clucked to your homie. No, you meant one of the little homies brought their shit.
Yep.
Fire.
Like, I don't. One of their parents brought their kid's game.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I don't want this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, nigga, pussy. You never
Facts.
you ever been somebody try to sell you some pussy you ain't trying to buy? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I'm gonna tell you a cold game. I pulled up to the hood block or whatever, a couple streets up from the hood house. I walked in there, whatever, seeing what was good because a lot of homies were there. There was an old white man, and he had this white like the teardrop. It was crazy.
shit was melting off of her.
I had an 8 ball of hard on me, and they knew that, and they were like, "Hey, how much would you give me for her?" And I was like, "A 16th." You know what I mean? And
Yeah, he a real hustler. People don't know the 16th. They don't know the 16th.
a little teener, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. That's a fact. I was notorious back home in the strip clubs with the powder.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? You know me. One thing about me, I talk about this shit freely because I'm proud of where I'm at.
Convicted a million times for this shit. You good?
100%. And if I was doing this shit right now, they would have had me right now. But I ain't doing that shit. I was the man in the strip clubs. I used to go in that motherfucker like my night used to start at 12 a.m. You know what I'm saying? The
You
strip
ever
club.
fuck around?
No, I never did.
Fire. You might not be here if you did.
I never did. Only because I don't need to. And, you know, I might have an addictive personality. And the way I seen, you know, people interpret drugs in different ways. My introduction to cocaine was like a lot of my older homeboys doing that shit, and they treacherous amongst each other. They robbing each other. They fighting. They arguing.
like
I'm
that.
seeing them together, and you know what I'm saying. They got beef with other niggas, and you know, just like it was treacherous when they was running around doing that. And one of my big homies who gave me my first pack, when that was going on, I'm like, yo, let me get some of that too. He like, nah. He like, these niggas try to do something to you over there.
Facts.
So it was like, yeah, niggas rather gave me the cocaine around that time.
Because it's crazier.
Real shit.
A few minutes ago, you said some shit about parents and stuff like that. And me, myself, I come from a single mother. I have 3 siblings. We're all from different dads. So, I mean, my mom was doing her thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I read that your mom had some vices of her own. What was that like, seeing your mother go through that while you were doing your shit?
Man.
And I mean that with the utmost respect.
No, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my mom, man. She just came back from Vegas. She lived with me at the crib, you know what I'm saying? My mom came a long way, you know what I'm saying? But
back then,
man,
though,
you know, it was normal growing up. That was the thing about it.
I feel it.
Like back in the 90s, if your mom didn't smoke, it was kind of like different, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody mom did, and you know, my mom always wore that tough exterior that I really didn't realize how tough it was until I grew older and look back at the shit she was going through. It was times my mom held me, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, she probably was in a fight with one of her boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? She held me so he wouldn't put his hands on her. You feel what I'm saying? So I've been through everything with my mom. My mom fronted me weed too. You know what I'm saying? My mom directed me to connects to buy work from.
I was low-key gonna ask if you ever pushed anything to your mom.
Have I? You know what? I have.
What was it?
Hard. You know what I'm saying? But my mom is a different type of person though. You know, my mom is like super street savvy. So it's not like I'm trying to push it to my mom. It's like,
it wasn't no
it's like my mom would tell me like this back in the day. It's like, nigga, you got trash. You understand what I'm saying? 100%. Like if you want to get on, I could call some people for you. Shit like that.
Fire.
Encourage me to do music and you know what I learned? I parent the same way. I'm 100% honest with my daughter.
Authentic with your children.
I have to be because that's how my mom raised me. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like she did a good job. My mom got what's it? It was 5 of us. It's 5 boys. It's 5 boys. Is it 5? It's 5 of us.
Shout out to your
it's 5 boys.
by the way.
My mom got 5 boys. All of us got felonies. You know what I'm saying? 3 daughters. So you know, my mom raised like G's. You know what I'm saying? Basically, real shit. My mom raised G's, man. Real shit.
Where was your father at, if you don't mind me asking?
My father, Johnny Pinnock, who Johnny P's caddy named after. That's the man who stepped in and took care of me my whole life. I can't remember nobody else as being my father, but I found out when I was 16 that he was my biological father. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it did. 100%. It had to. I take pride in his last name. You know what I'm saying? And being a Pinnock. But my real father, I don't know.
You legitimately don't know him for shit?
I don't know him.
Can of paint.
I guess I could. If it's the guy they say it is, last time I seen him, I probably was about 3 or 4 years old.
It's a long time ago.
Long time ago.
What was Johnny P like?
Johnny P was the polar opposite of my mom. Never smoked, never drank.
She needed
the same
that.
job he had when I was 4 years old, he got the same job now.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's a supervisor at this point. Shit.
No, he a driver. I mean, he loves driving. You know what I'm saying?
On the road.
He just drove my daughter. My daughter just moved down to Atlanta with me, and he just drove all her stuff on the truck. You know what I'm saying?
Did he ever drive anything for you, big dog?
Did he ever drive anything for me? It's crazy. Ask me that. Want to know what some real shit is? He don't even know this though. Oz. I had a couple pounds of weed in Buffalo, so I told my daughter like to put them in your stuff. If my pops would have knew this, because he'll do shit like that. He would have been pissed.
He might have took off on me for that shit.
I love you, pops. You know what I'm saying?
Shaka exclusive. I need one of them shit.
I'm gonna go get some old schools later on this year, baby.
What type of old school?
I want to go Grand National. He put me on. I should get the Grand National.
You know, I feel it.
Type shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I really want a Mustang 5.0.
Right, those are fire. Those are
I
fire.
saw like 3 of them on the way over here. I'm like, this got to be a sign from God. Maybe just buy an old one and just bring it back to life or some shit. I really don't want to put no work into it, if you want to be honest. I just want to buy it made. But then I realized shit like $50,000. I'm kind of like,
Yeah, what you trying to do to it?
I want it to look like on the like in the movie and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like on the BBSs and shit.
Right.
Maybe Dayton's, because I'm in LA.
Dayton's. Got it. That's what I was thinking. But them shits ain't cost $50,000 from the movie, but they antique.
Yeah,
Remember now.
And then the interior.
U.S. Coast niggas crazy, man.
Why? How would you rather have it?
Me, honestly,
Grand National's fire. Don't get me wrong.
every car I ever bought, I done something to maybe 1 or 2 cars. Like I always tell myself like, yo, I gotta get this wrapped. I gotta put some rims on this shit. I gotta do that. I don't be doing shit to them cars.
I don't do that anymore. Like I had a 5 Series, not even Flex, because obviously that ain't really shit. But I had a 5 Series and I had an X5. And at a certain point, I was like, cars, and I traded them in for some Japanese shits, economical.
Yeah, you know,
No rims.
Japanese is the number 1 automotive importer in the whole world right now.
Is there a reason why we don't look at it like it's foreign, even though it's definitely foreign?
We identify foreign with luxury.
Look to me like that's like stupid.
Like you can't pull up in a Mazda like I got the foreign and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
SUV, I pulled up in a 70 Vans, and I realized that I could have went to Mercedes with that shit.
But they durable. They gonna last forever though. That's the thing.
That and Mercedes has a little bit more stricter credit. You know what I'm saying? My credit is a little fucked up. Let me ask you, circle back to the game and how do you think fentanyl changed the game? Because we ain't cutting that baby laxative or no shit like that, freaking soda.
Fentanyl just put the eye back on the hustlers.
I guess that's valid.
Man, you know, these people, you know, they dictate the laws. You know what I'm saying? They dictate what go on. So just put the eye, you know what I'm saying, just made the game hot again. You know what I'm saying? Hustlers getting outrageous numbers and low tolerance, you know what I'm saying? It was running smooth for a while. It was running smooth because honestly, drug dealing is like everyday shit. It's American culture.
Yeah, of course.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? They just put the eye back on it. People dropping. That shit just came out of nowhere.
Well, I don't know what it's like on the East Coast right now, but excuse me, a lot of be dying out here from fentanyl.
Same shit.
Just thinking that they're gonna do coke or this or that. I don't even understand how you could cut coke with fentanyl. That don't make no sense to me.
When I first heard that, I didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what is that doing in cocaine?
And you didn't if you flipped the brick. No.
I know fentanyl and cocaine is never my twist.
I feel it.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I tell people, I'm from a block from the 90s where it was real dog food. So
Facts.
You know, a lot of the old school customers, they didn't like that shit when that fat came around. You know
Weird, huh?
They didn't like that shit, man.
I don't know what it does, but whatever. I saw in an interview Vlad ask you about the homies catching L's and kind of trying to make it seem like the BSF could have went through some YSL type shit.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? Like,
Yo, one
What's
thing,
it feeling knowing that the law's on your ass like that? You know what I'm saying?
it's fucked up knowing that I don't do that no more. But I'm very vocal about this. 10 years ago, when niggas was in the game, people was coming to me telling me like, yo, they asking about you. You know what I'm saying? So I've been moving accordingly for 10 years now.
Since then.
You feel what I'm saying though? So when people say it, it's not a surprise to me. Somebody just told me that shit the other day. I had something going on in Buffalo. Told me the police told them like, yeah, we just waiting for Benny to react. I swear to God. 100%.
I'm in LA at Shaka. What the do you mean?
100%. So it's like, you know what I mean? I've been put myself in a position where I don't have to be doing no dumb shit to have to answer to them people. You know what I'm saying?
When was the first time you got arrested?
First time I got arrested my whole life, I probably was like 13.
Normal.
For a bike I never stole.
Fire. Light.
You know what I'm saying? I was in a detention hall for boys maybe for 2 days. Got out. Next time, I was 16. Maybe like 4 guns, crack, heroin. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole bunch of us that went down.
Thank God.
It was a whole bunch of us that went down. It was like my first time like getting locked up with the OGs, with the G's from the hood. So it was kind of like a good thing. How crazy that sounds.
No, I completely understand. And with that being said, was it, well, for me, I want to say going to jail kind of took away my momentum when I was trying to rap shit. For you coming up, because you went to jail many more times than me, how did that affect your career and shit? Even if it was just still in the blossoming stage type shit.
Well, the first time I was talking about when I first got locked up, I got out the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a good thing. I'm saying on street terms. Of course, it was terrible. But far as street, build your resume, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know how people think.
Kicked in, yeah.
But, man, that tore my career apart. I was the top nigga back home for so many years as far as rap. Anybody from Buffalo will tell you. And people looked at me like, up, like, look at this dude. Like, seriously? Back in jail? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I used to get locked up, come home, and be barbecues, be parties. People give me money. Like, the last time I got locked up, came home, niggas didn't even call me. Nobody even called me to check on me. I had to home for 2 weeks. Like, damn, yeah, now I'm back. All right. You know what I'm saying? So I watch people like lose faith in me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. That's crazy.
You were also signed at a young age too, though, right?
To like the top independent label in the city. Yep.
Right. So you were hustling as a youngster, but not long after that you were signed. What kind of mental pressures were you dealing with at the time, juggling the street life and having to perform for a label that's expecting you to kind of stay out of trouble?
Well, you already know if it's labels like that back in the day. Like my first time ever big introduction to the game was from somebody who signed me. You know what I'm saying? I was asking him for a job because I knew he had a college diploma. He wore glasses. He didn't look like a typical dope boy to me. I was from where I was from, and I'm just telling him like, yo, I asked him for some money one day. He's like, yo, you need a job. I'm like, yo, that would be great. He's like, I got a job for you tomorrow. And I was really thinking, you know what I'm saying, that I went home, told my mom like, yo, I got a job. I start tomorrow. And this dude obviously had money. He was very intelligent, so I'm thinking he owned a couple restaurants or something like that. And he came the next day and he brought me some dope. You know what I'm saying? I was 16. You know what I'm saying? But I him maybe for about 3 years. But then when I signed to DJ Shay and Big Lovey at Buff City, you know, Lovey, everybody know Lovey, old school Kingpin, dope boy, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day type. And those guys kind of really told me like, man, you shouldn't be doing that, man. What are you doing, man? You a star. Are you crazy? So those the dudes who like put the pressure on me to like man, what you gonna life for? Like you got talent, like you don't need to do that. So those guys kind of always looked at me a different way, like, you know what I mean? Even when, cause I took time off in the streets. It'd be years that I'm just rapping.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, and that worked out for me good. That's how I had the city on lock. But then, you know, shit don't bring the right type of money. Then it's sometimes like, man, DJ Shay,
gotta do what you gotta do.
Nigga ain't seen me in months. You know what I'm saying? And when he do see me, he always sold his little weed at the studio. I'm popping up to buy weed and shit. I'm not coming to record. You know what I'm saying? So just older homies, man, telling me that, you know what I mean, not encouraging me to do the dumb shit. No matter how much money I was making, no matter how good it was at the time, never encouraged it. I used to have like, it's real. I remember I used to have my boy from out of town, nigga, my brick plug with me, bring him to the studio. And you know, Shay, he say it jokingly, but dead ass serious. He's like, man, leave me alone, man. Why you with this? And I'm telling Shay like, man, don't tell this. Real shit.
Straight up. So obviously you're an accomplished old boy. What? I know that sounds even wild to say, but facts are facts, man. What was it like for you making the transition from selling on the block to trying to push a CD hand to hand? Did you ever push any CDs hand to hand?
What? Hell yeah. I stood outside in front of the gas station. That was my thing.
I was gonna say, so what was your spot? Was it just a gas station?
It was a gas station.
You hit at the store,
convenience store.
Facts.
Because sometimes we out there all day.
I already know.
People at the store got to tell us like, yo, what are y'all doing? You know, we got all the traffic. And so they tell us like, and we wasn't selling drugs and that. Maybe some people had some weed. Maybe sometimes.
Low key.
Exactly. Maybe we had weed sometimes too. But man, we was up there pushing that music. I always had thousands of CDs at the studio. You know, Oz, remember niggas got the towers and shit. Niggas burning a whole bunch of CDs all the time.
So you didn't go and get the joints pressed. You burned the CDs and did the little sticker label or some shit.
I had that.
It yourself.
Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
The labels, putting it into myself.
I already know the whole shit.
Exactly. So it was always a bunch of CDs laying around. So sometimes when the nigga was broke, like, nigga, I'm 2 Chainz Benny Man. That was my name. I'm 2 Chainz Benny Man. And I go to the shit and I'm posted up all day. Sometimes I make a few $100s out there. I'm thinking like, why I don't do this shit every day? You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, since I kind of cut it short. For the people that don't know, what is the process of assembling a CD, jewel case, and all the bullshit to get it off?
What you do back in the day, we used to have the towers, man. Yeah. If you don't know what towers is.
100 finger CDs, a brick
exactly.
burner.
Yeah. 10 CD burners, this tall, you know what I'm saying? It's a tower. We had like 8 of them. You get the blank CDs. And then you get the jewel cases where you put the CD in, and then you go get the inserts, the cover of them, you know what I'm saying? And you there all day, you know what I'm saying? You and that like the Carter, you bagging them up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to MOS in Harlem. We used to always go there. That was, rest in peace to K Slay. K Slay used to always go there. He used to bump into K Slay there. And man, you know, that was a thing, man. Mixtape era type shit, man. I was there, I seen it.
And with that being said, like, what was the most amount of money that you made during a hand-to-hand transaction off of CDs?
A hand-to-hand transaction off of CDs.
I don't mean just like a single transaction, because obviously you could have dropped off 1,000 at the store for consignment or something. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, like, in a day's work, what do you think was your max that you hit, that you can recall?
My max like $1,500.
I was gonna say my max is probably like $450 or something that I could
about $1,500. Just when some first drop, you know what I'm saying? You selling it for.
Well, this is you in your prime.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was incredible. You know what I mean?
With the cheddar DVD attached.
Yep. I shot my first video on cheddar DVD, man. My first video.
That's crazy.
2005.
05.
Yep. Hell yeah, man.
Fire. Speaking of the most you made in a day, what is the most you made in a day on the block?
Most I made a day on a block.
Or was what? Yeah, let's go through.
Maybe
let's go through.
If you know what I'm saying. Most I made a day on going hand in hand, maybe about like 4,000. The most I probably made when niggas.
And this obviously ain't wholesale. This is grabbing it up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying. The most I made in a day, like if we got shits around, you know what I mean. Probably 100 came through that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
I know. I told you about it. And that's right there on the block. When you were moving soft, that's what we call powder over here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So when you were moving soft, where were you moving that at? Oh, at the strip club.
Yeah, the strip
What's
club.
your best night at the strip club look like?
Best night at the strip club, man. Like I said, a few bands. You know what I'm saying? A few bands. You know what I mean? You know how you do that shit, man. You take that zip. I'm about to tell them how to do it.
Do your shit.
You just take that zip and you whack it. Halftime, when you whack it, 1 for 1 on a 1. You know what I'm saying? And people have fun. Don't try to cook them, though. You make it like that.
Use it, baby. They ain't coming back.
So, but basically, strip clubs or basically, when you got shit like that, you put the word out there. That shit.
It does its thing. It sells itself.
That is like the number one product. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, I always I'm from Eastside Buffalo, but I always had action in South Buffalo.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? That's my neighborhood territory. It's like a lot of times people on the East Side ain't know what the I had going on until they haven't seen me in a while, and I come back around and I got a chain on or shit like that, or a watch on.
Get that, Benny.
They like, where the been at? You know what I'm saying? I ain't been in the studio.
Shining clearly.
Exactly, 100%.
I have a unique question that I kind of skipped up, and it's like, what do you think about the revolution of how we record music? You know what I'm saying? Like right now, there's some little kid right now in traffic in LA right now making a record on his phone in the backseat of his mom's car.
I think that's dope.
What?
I think that's dope.
What you know about that? Come on,
exactly. You already know.
Hey, you actually needed it, or was it a
I needed that, boy.
Fire.
The smoking the backwoods all damn day.
Yeah, that ain't the. You need to switch to organic, my brother.
I'm gonna answer this. This is a jail call for my
Do
nigga.
your thing.
You know what I'm saying? My nigga duffel bag.
Absolutely.
He doing 11 years right now.
Free duffel
You know
bag.
what I'm saying? This is a nigga who if
what are you in for?
He in for a couple sales. He just caught a new one in jail trying to
fire, trying to do his thing.
Jail.
Get to that.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This is my dog, my right hand man. I mean, who did everything with.
Free duffel bag, man.
Yep. But only special people got asthma like that. I know, so when I'm out here and I lose my asthma pump, I know.
Hit me. I have one here on standby in case I forget my shit.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Duff? I'm doing an interview right now. I'm telling these niggas about you.
We got the same shit. We'll hit the same.
Telling me I'm your best. I was your best man at your first wedding, nigga, at Trudy Hall.
I told him you my dog, man. But yeah, man, we just sitting here doing this interview. My boy asked me questions about the game and shit. You know what I'm saying? About the streets and shit.
I participated, and I'm not on no Vlad shit.
No, he ain't on no Vlad shit. It's a different kind of conversation. You know what I'm saying? He was asking how niggas was moving when niggas was in the streets.
Man, shit, we moving like how we supposed to move, nigga. We lasted. We survived them bitches. Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers can't say that.
100%.
Bitches. We survived them bitches, nigga. We sturdy niggas went to jail. Niggas ain't never ratted. Nigga, we top, you know what I'm saying, top tier street niggas in Buffalo. Period. Like, it's crazy. It's just, I don't even like bragging about that shit, man. But
no, we ain't bragging it. It's just that, you know what I mean? Like this is my nigga. He haven't seen me where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? He been gone since what?
Nah.
18?
When he coming home?
18. I've been in house arrest since 18, so that's, you gotta figure, I've been in jail since 19, bro. You wasn't even rich like that when I was in like you was rich, but you was wearing my chain, nigga. You wasn't rich yet. I'm like,
no, that's a fact. That first GSM chain that people see me with in the first videos, and rubber bands and weight and all of that, that's his piece right here, because I had it because he was locked up. He wasn't thinking, you ain't need that.
Salute to you for admitting that fire shit.
No, hell yeah, I wore that with as a badge of honor, and even though I didn't. I feel like it got magic power because he was getting money when he had it.
That's the trophy shit.
And then I had it and I did my thing. So I passed it on. And then when I passed it on to my boy, he was just letting other people wear it and shit. I had to tell him like, nigga, that ain't. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. You wear that with a badge of honor and get that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Now my nephew got it. His son got that shit now.
Shout out to them.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, but hell yeah. Let me finish this interview and just call me back later, my nigga.
No, go ahead. I just wanted to call your ass and tell your ass I pumped that beat for us, the dope ass fire joint. I done switched the beat.
Oh yeah, we about to do this nigga album from jail too.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need your ass whenever you get a chance between in the next hour or two or whatever to get the money to this nigga bucket turn because he making them profiles for me.
All right, call me later. I'm gonna call you back. You on the microphone and everything. I'm gonna hit you back.
I like it.
Hit me back, my boy. I said I'm gonna hit you back. All right. I could text you on the tablet. I could text you, nigga. Hit me back. My nigga Duffel, man, free duffel bag.
Depending on what your answer is next, I might bleep his name. How the come you don't want to get duffel bag a cell phone? Fool, stop acting like a cheapskate, my boy.
Because he in the county right now. That nigga got everything. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Cell phone. Put this shit to the payphone, man.
Man, you know.
And that relates back to what I said about the revolution creating music. Like my man's
Right.
gonna be able to record an album from prison and it's gonna sound pristine.
Yep,
It's not gonna
the
sound.
same person recorded Max B. And shit. You know what I'm saying? And he just said, I told him he caught a new case. So now he had he back in the county fighting that shit. You know, there ain't no cell phones in the county, but he was in Canaan. He was in Killer Canaan.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
What was it like when you were down? Did you ever participate? Actually, let me rephrase that. For us over here, like, oh, you know what it is. You've been to jail as many times as me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Every race got their own little hustle. You know what I mean? Like the little Mexican fools over here be making the little necklaces for the cross joints, the rosaries, what have you. What was your hustle in jail?
Man, to be honest with you, people always sent me money, man. I never had to.
That's love,
I never had
man.
to do nothing. That was a blessing, man.
Who
You
was
know what I'm
the people
saying?
that were holding you down when you were in jail?
My nigga City Boy, my nigga J Long, when he was in the streets when I was locked up.
Clearly.
My baby mother.
Shout out to her, man.
You know, shit just like that. You know what I'm saying? People held me down. So what I used to do is, if I remember when I was locked up and we used to always smoke weed and shit. So one day my man says like, when we smoking weed, it's like we can get some of this shit in. It's gonna cost this, and I can get it. You know what I'm saying? And I just got it. I just got some weed in, and I ain't even try to sell it. I just smoked it.
My wife has a prison show, and I have her ask this question all the time. I'll answer after you if you'd like me to. Where did you hide your drugs at, Big Dog, when you were down for the count?
And I was down for the count.
I mean, there's only so many places to hide it, my boy.
In the trunk.
Fire.
The gangster part.
You know what I'm
saying? That's
You
where
know
it
how
has
this
to
shit,
go.
you know how this shit go, street shit, man.
That's where it has to go.
In the trunk, man.
I don't know if anyone's ever asked you if you hoop. We call it hooping it over here.
Hooping it?
Yeah, we call it hooping.
We call it boofing it.
Same shit.
Exactly.
Just related.
In the trunk, that's it.
What's the craziest shit you saw when you were down? I ain't gonna ask what's the craziest shit you did, because that might be a little out of pocket, but what's the craziest shit you seen? I don't need no names.
But let me rephrase this. When you boof it, you really gotta cheek it unless you really just cheek it.
No,
listen.
Don't trace yourself, my boy.
You really just cheek it unless you're in a dire situation. One thing about me, I've been to prison, so I can't hide the things I've done. I've been to prison, so you really just gotta cheek it unless you're in a dire situation. You know what I'm saying?
They hitting your cell, they stripping your ass, you're gonna squat and cough. You hoop that shit.
And prison, you boof it. In the streets, you cheek it.
Okay, that is valid.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
They making you squat.
If you in the streets and you just hustling, running around hustling hard and shit, and you boofing that shit,
that's wild.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That's over the top shit, actually.
But you saying the craziest shit I seen in prison?
Craziest shit you seen in prison?
I mean, you know what the craziest shit I seen in prison? That gay shit. People acting like it's normal. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's like the most uncomfortable shit.
That's
like
heinous.
Heinous. You know what I'm saying? Definitely violence. How quick violence happens in prison. Exactly. You could look this way, and I'm saying, and look back and somebody bleeding and everybody quiet.
That shit could be over the TV remote.
100%. My first fight was definitely like over some TV shit.
My first fight was over some phone shit. I'm a phone monster.
Me too.
Oh, all right. I thought you were gonna judge that of me.
Nah, me too. I gotta get on that phone, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. Nah, yeah, I have to be on the phone a little bit. And if they ain't picking up, I'ma stay till they do, big
You
dog.
going like that? I'm gonna write a crazy letter.
Mando, you
know what I'm
write
saying?
letters every day?
No, I didn't.
How much raps did you write inside? I mean, obviously not everything got the same BPM to the beat that you have inside of your head and shit, so.
I remember the first time I went upstate, I wrote a lot. But after that, I didn't, because like I said, I was like my career up, so it was like a sore spot to be rapping. I ain't want to look like a I'm like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm just going, when I go home, I'll focus. Let me get my mind clear in here and focus on what's in front of me right now, and then go home and focus. But yeah.
I know your new project's called Everybody Can Go.
Right, yep.
And we're going to get to that. And I say that to say, at what point did you start telling the people around you no? And how did that feel? I know it felt bad at first. Unless someone fucked you off, and that's different.
I'm still doing it. Some people I'm telling no, and some people I'm learning to tell no. You know what I mean? You know, people don't understand money. You know what I'm saying? And I never understood money at this capacity until I was blessed enough. But let's just say that if you got like $1 million in your bank account, and then there's people around you thinking like, why don't he just give everybody $20,000? You know, money don't work like that.
Hell no.
Just give everybody $20,000 so y'all be good.
Goes real
Money
quick.
don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? People don't work hard to take care of people. People work hard to. I just left Alchemist's house. He got a new Maybach truck. People work for shit that how they want to enjoy themselves. Mm-hmm. And people would say like, damn, how could somebody buy a car like that and just don't go give to the.
It don't work like that.
It just don't work like that.
Fruits of my labor. You can have a bite.
And once you earn money, you definitely have a responsibility to give back and take care of certain people who took care of you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I go without saying, but you're not obligated just to give every piece and just to, you know what I mean? Like, I've been let people know, like, my goal is not to get people rich. My goal is to give opportunities.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
With that being said, how many people around you from the beginning actually earned their keep? And how many people up?
A lot fucked it off. And a lot earned their keep. But you got to realize, man, everybody, just because things change for me, my mentality changed. Theirs didn't. So I don't even blame people. When I'm moving around and I'm providing opportunities for people to do bigger and better things and they don't want to do it, I learned to stop being upset with them and stop blaming them. Like, man, you don't want to do this shit.
I kind of understand what you mean. At some point, you got to come to the realization you got to want it more than they want it at that point.
Some people's cool. Some people just cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect it.
Yeah, and you could try and force them. You can force feed them the shit. And if it ain't in them, it ain't in them. The hustle ain't in everybody.
That's it and that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just crazy. In the beginning, we all struggle rap. We talk about, kicking doors, doing whatever it is. At what point does a struggle rap end and it's the I made it rap? Like, how many times can we flip a brick bar before we start talking about taking trips bars? You know what I'm saying?
You could talk about flipping a brick all the way to the end of your career because I'm trying to tell you, I'm Benny the Butcher himself. So I know maybe what a person like Jeezy get, what a person like Pusha get, what a person like the dope talkers, 38 Special. People literally see me outside and tell me like, yo, you know how much money I ran up listening to you?
Facts.
So it's like, even when I do the promos, if you look on my page, I'm always doing like the promos for the distro, because they tell me that when you do these promos, real trappers come. It's like they say we pay artists that's bigger than you, and it's just like, yeah, it look good and all that, but when we pay you to do the promo, trappers pulling up.
Facts.
They told me that a school teacher, a middle school teacher, came and said, I seen Benny do the promo, and I'm trying to figure out how to get these packs. Bread. 100%. So it's like, that's a lane. It's like house music.
That's inspiration.
You know what I'm saying?
That's influence.
Real shit. It's cocaine. Cocaine music is a lane like house music is, like country music is. You know what I'm saying? I'm dragging it with country music, but I liked that analogy right there.
Nah, fuck with it.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, so you could do it forever, but me, a person who pride myself on sticking to my real story all the way out and still using imagination and using things I've been
recooking it a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
It get hard though for me because I'm not living that type of life. You know what I'm saying? It get hard for me to like rap about that shit.
Records that are kind of flossy? I ain't telling you to go all the way out to modern music.
I mix it in. I could tell you about how I had to stash this or do this, and we had to cook this or shoot out here. And I can tell you about, man, how we in Paris, we chilling, or we on a yacht. You know what I'm saying? You got to mix it in, and it's, as long as it's real and authentic to you, I think people are going to appreciate it, no matter what the topic is.
I'm not asking you to expose anybody or no weird like that, but have you met other rappers that are like straight cap?
100%.
That are at your level?
100%.
You want to say who, big dog?
I don't want to do them like that. It's not my business.
That was like, nah.
It's not my business because I don't think the fans listen to people to see how tough or gangster they are nowadays. I think that was something that we did back in the day.
And
I don't think that applies now.
Because a lot of tricky shit being accepted these days. What's your thoughts on that? Being someone that's actually been to jail, never told, held it down, et cetera, et cetera. And you've seen all this wishy-washy shit.
We don't got the say so no more. The streets don't have the say so.
Facts.
We have a strong opinion about what's good and what's not, but we don't have say so no more. So it's okay. I'm cool with it. I like it kind of because it opens the doors for everything. Like I say this in a few interviews. You got gay rappers. Mm-hmm. You got pussy rap female rappers.
Facts. Which is unique as
right. You got drug rappers. You got nerd rappers. Mm-hmm. You got comedian rappers. So like you could literally do anything with now, and that's a blessing. That's all we can ask for is that hip hop to evolve in a way it did to make more opportunities. We can't complain about this.
Has anyone ever asked you if you would make a record with a tattletale rapper? And would you?
I remember they pranked me. They pranked me and called me when they was doing the prank. It's somewhere on the internet and was telling me they'd give me $1 million to do a song. I mean, do me some money to do a song with 6ix9ine. I don't know if it's $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
And your response was?
Come on, man. That's off brand for me. For some artists, that's not off brand to them.
Strange.
Exactly.
Was it one of your people's, or was it just like some executive?
It was somebody I didn't even know. It was some like comedian dude. You know what I'm saying? Who was fucking with me.
One of your brothers that asked you like, "Hey, we heard old boy, Rainbow Kid."
Man, nobody would even come at me like that.
That would be hilarious.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, the shit that these people accept from these other rappers, they won't accept from me.
Facts.
That'd probably be my last check.
Be a travesty.
I won't be able to tour. That'd be my last check.
It'd be a travesty, straight
exactly.
up.
So I ain't.
With being offered $1 million for a feature, regardless of who it's from, what is actually the biggest amount of money you've been offered for a feature? I don't care who it's from, just period.
Like
could have been from the rich kid.
Like $50,000.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? But this is the craziest shit. Like getting paid to be on Mary J. Blige album and it was nominated for a Grammy.
That's fire.
That's crazy.
That's different.
He's like,
that's different. That's just. Different.
I don't need no money for that. And for it to be nominated for a Grammy and getting paid to be on the album with DMX. I got paid to be on a song with Scarface. Like this shit is crazy. This shit all I would have done for free. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy to do it. So
I'm glad you willingly accepted that bread.
Oh, for sure. But no, with Mary, I tried to get the swap. They was like, nah, you paying.
Little verse for a verse, never hurt nobody.
Mary like, nah, for real shit.
This is kind of crazy. How much of your music do you actually own?
I don't own the Tana Talks.
You leased them out or you sold them outright?
I did. I don't own the Tana Talks, and I don't own the Burden of Proof. So what I did, Tana Talk 3 and Tana Talk 4, and then it's Burden of Proof. But the Plug series, Plugs 1, 2, Plugs 3, which I'm about to do.
Plus that.
Yep, Plugs I'm at. I own them, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And on my own catalog, all before that, Stabbed and Shot Me and Special on that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just the shit that I took bags on. You know what I'm saying? I own them bitches.
Have you considered licensing out your catalog for some years, for some bread and shit? Or is that not necessary?
Oh, I did that already.
Oh.
Hell yeah, I did that.
He said, I did that. I got my shit back already. Big dog, we still recooking that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, I did that already. But, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely, you know, when people be talking about they own their masters, like, they got to be worth something. If you don't own, if it's not worth nothing, sell that, get some money off of it, because that's what you made it for. You feel what I'm saying? In my head, like, it's like, that's what we did it for. You didn't do, to me, you didn't do it to say, man, I own this, unless it's reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's
that shit
kind of a butterfly, unless your album is that. Like you, okay, of course, K-Dot might want to own that someday if you don't already. That's some shit that transition hip hop. But just as, you know what I'm saying, your regular shit, like, that's what you did them for. Do that, sell them shits, get your mama that house. Send your kids to that college.
Facts.
That's what you did it for. Go get that fucking Cullinan. Do what you want with it. You earned it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. Cash out on your talent. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you feel you need to do.
Do you monetize your freestyles as well, or the freestyles just live where they live?
Freestyles live where they live. So, I don't want to like limit them. I want them to go. I want those to have wings.
I am mad at it. I don't want to sound cringe because we're at Shaka, but I did just see a freestyle of you rocking the new Shaka Sell Your Hood, Sell Your Soul t-shirt. That's fire. Let me ask you this. What is your actual favorite freestyle that you've put out across all these boards?
It got to be the first one. It got to be the first one was Sway. Because that day, I told the story a few times. I never knew I was going on. I told Westside Gun, like, yo, Buzz, shout me out. And he's like, nigga, shout you out. You about to come on in there and rap.
With me, G.
And it was like, my stomach is doing flips. You know what I'm saying? You notice I'm rapping. I'm not looking at the mic. I'm looking down.
Nah, I feel it.
You know what I mean?
You had to zone out. Time to vision that shit out.
That was like my introduction to like
everything,
to the freestyles, and shit went crazy after that. I was rapping for 5 minutes. It got millions of views. My homeboy bought me my first rollie after that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, nigga, you need that rollie. You going crazy, so yeah, that one.
You got some memorable ones.
Yeah, I do.
Facts.
I do. I like which other one? Definitely like.
How many times have you gone to Flex? 3, 4?
Once. Only went to Flex once.
Only once?
Only once.
Cool.
I gotta go back.
I literally heard that shit this morning.
Oh yeah.
You did man. You did
We smoked that. We smoked that shit.
What did you say? I posted it on my story today. The one about this is for the kids that never ate and that were starving, and for the kids that never starving and because their daddy
and starved and ate nothing because their fathers ain't hustlers.
That shit,
you know what I'm saying?
Cold blood. And I posted that shit. They're like, damn, you started your morning with violence today. They didn't even know it was you.
Had to. Yeah.
That show was nasty business. Switching lanes. Talk to me about going to Kanye's ranch.
Oh, fire, man. I'm saying it was a dope experience.
Ranch. I'm kind of familiar with the story. I know you saw Sci-Hi there. You saw some other people there, et cetera, et cetera. Like, what is that like going to Kanye's ranch?
I mean, it's like GTA for Ye. It's like this shit GTA for all of us. You know what I'm saying? We do what we want, move how we want. But this nigga got the ranch. He flying rappers out there. It's a cafeteria. We all sitting down at tables eating lunch and shit. It's like, what is we doing? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even record when I was out there.
And I saw that you said that. I don't want to sound rude, but how do you fumble that? How did you
think I fumbled that?
How did you not, like, walk out of there with a feature from everybody on everything? Also, I know it's not a vibe not to be thirsty on a weird shit like that.
That's what it's about. And it's about, like, you know what I mean? I'm really just going for the experience.
I'm mad at it.
I wanted to, but it's
do you have a feature?
I don't.
Yeah,
he played the beats for me and Conway. I'm saying he was playing them. So I don't know. He was cycling through beats. I don't know if he was feeling the beats.
You like this? You like this one? Like, what was his attitude like?
Kind of like that. You know what I'm saying?
Is he really crazy? I don't think he's really crazy. I think he's one of the best fools ever.
I think to make that kind of money in this game, you have to be crazy.
You know what kind of crazy I'm talking about. I'm talking about Britney shave her hair
nigga,
crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. To make that kind of money, you have to be like, nigga, you don't think Mark Zuckerberg crazy? See that nigga trying to do UFC?
Eccentric and crazy are two different vibes.
That's crazy?
He's buff.
He one punch in the face away from like, I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But
maybe he.
You mean it's Kanye schizophrenic? That's what you're saying. You could be. I have seen
you were there.
Glimpses.
Oh, in person?
Not in person, but I was watching some shit and I'm like, I seen a twitch. I see the little twitch, yeah, you know.
But it's safe to say he's one of the greatest creative geniuses of our time.
Right, and I don't think that he like silent about that. He mentioned things about that, about his mental health, and I don't think that, you know what I mean, that darkens, put a cloud over what he accomplished, anything like that. You know, it's a world he's been through a lot. He lost his mom. You know what I'm saying? And
that could do a little bit.
Exactly. In these positions that you in, you know, there's no manual for this shit, you know, so it can't, you know, this thing it takes a toll on my mental health at times. You feel what I'm saying? So just imagine being in his shoes, married to Kim Kardashian.
Fire.
I'm saying making classics with Hov, and you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I do feel like, you know, it is what it is with bro. Little twitch in him.
Let him. He's a man. I'm asking some pretty unique questions right now. Mm-hmm. Is Griselda better than Slaughterhouse? Peak.
No.
Both peak.
I'm not going to answer that question because You know, those are guys, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. You know, those are guys, man. You know what I mean? Just to be even compared to those dudes is dope. And I kind of feel like we was on some type of slaughterhouse shit by being signed from Shady and being a collective. But man, those the homies, man. They do what they do, man.
That shit was weak.
You think so?
I think out of everybody, the only person that can stand a chance against you other than Eminem, which he just, anyways, is probably Crooked Eye.
Man, you Royce the Fight. That nigga rap like a computer.
I forgot about him. Respect.
That
You're
nigga rap like a computer. Like the way him and
He
Conway
is
rap
rhyme zone or what?
and Crooked. Like, I don't understand how they do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Get it off. I saw you.
I feel like as somebody that come from the streets, right, and making it that there's different levels of success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like as a young guy that's coming up hustling out the hood, right, is like your idea of success is kind of living to get on with. Right?
Exactly.
Because only so many of us make it to be a certain age.
Right.
Right. So what was your definition of success back then as opposed to what it is now?
My definition of success back then was maybe a figure. It was monetary. Mm-hmm. But after, you know what I'm saying, having money, it's definitely not monetary. It's a place where, you know, where you're in a safe and peaceful environment. Out the hood for me. You feel what I'm saying? In a situation where I don't gotta toy with going back. You know what I'm saying? That's when financial comes in. And there's people who can probably make way less than what I make, but they don't gotta go and deal with the bullshit of poverty or, you know, anything else. You know what I'm saying? Or around certain people, but it's definitely a space. Success is a space. Why do you think all of these people, they get all of this money and then they like start doing crazy shit? That's their space. Like back to Mark Zuckerberg, his news, it's UFC. Like that's his space. Like that's the only thing that's gonna give him solace.
His time is free. He can go pursue what he wants
to do.
Yep.
He did it already. He could have fucking been a UFC fighter years ago before he did Facebook. That's not what he wanted to do. He chased his goal. It was tech. Now just whatever you want to do. You know what I mean?
Now he's violent.
Quality of life.
Fishing. People like to go fishing. That type of shit. You know what I mean? That's successful for them. And the minimalists who got all the money in the world and shit. I just left Alchemist's house. You know, Al, he like a minimalist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, things like that. But once you're in your space mentally, I think that's success.
Has anybody ever killed you on a record?
Hell yeah, I killed a lot of niggas on the record too.
Duh.
But let me go back to that success shit. And people only think it's monetary because they haven't got the money yet.
Facts.
That part.
So after you get the money, they're like, oh shit, this shit is whack. I'm saying it's stressful. So it's a space. So everybody think it's monetary because they haven't got the money. Once they get the money, they're like, oh, okay. But yeah, hell yeah, man, I rap. You ever heard of Conway the Machine? I had to come up rapping with this motherfucker my whole life.
Iron sharpens iron, fool.
That's why I'm sitting in this chair today. You know what I'm saying? You sharpen up this iron. You know what I mean? And yeah, but I feel like a lot of guys. I feel like I smoked a lot of guys on records, but you know people don't talk about it.
Who?
Say.
I don't. You know what I mean? You know you can't say that type of shit. It's gonna be a 13-minute. They gonna skip all the shit I said about my mom, how she's good and all of that, and they gonna go right into a clip of me talking about a rapper.
I would have clipped that shit as soon as you left, big dog. My personal self, I would have got on the board myself. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the Lil Wayne song. I don't know how many times you've been asked about this because I didn't really Google it, but Lil Wayne gassed that feature. That shit was extreme.
100%.
That shit was unique. I was like, oh, this was gonna kill this.
I was listening to that way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he gassed on that record more than you, per se?
To be honest with you, I don't. No, I don't.
You did. You got busy. I'm not taking nothing away. I'm just saying that was a.
No, you know what? I'm lying. I do. I do.
Don't take
But
that
that's what
shit
I'm
back.
gonna say.
I feel like your shit back
No,
today.
no. Because you want. No. I do. I'll mess up. I feel like the Russian roulette record.
That's different.
You ever listen to that record?
No.
With me, Conway and Westside. With me, Conway and Lil Wayne. I kind of feel like I gotta
I'm
You
gonna
know
listen
what
to
I'm
that as soon as you leave.
Conway, go on that.
Yeah, you heard that? He's like, how can we go?
Yeah.
You know
You
what
got
I'm saying?
busy? Top 5 dead or alive?
Hove, Nas, G-Rap, Kiss, and I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna say somebody new. Don't want to keep saying all the old names. I'm my old
I
40,
respect it.
my old 40-year-old hip hop old
Normal
school
shit.
names.
We in the
I want to
same-
give these new guys credit and the new goats. J. Cole, man,
He gassed.
what?
I don't know how I feel about someone else on the record with me saying they're the best and shit. That's kind of crazy.
But you got to pay attention to what I say. People tell me this. Who else I gotta respect? So it's like a hip hop record is about
Gas.
dragging your fucking nuts.
Facts.
That's all it is, and that's how I learned. That's what I feel made me peak. Because coming into Griselda when Wes is here and Conway is here, and me coming, instead of feeling small, you drag your nuts.
Nah, yeah, you poke your chest out.
When I sign the artist, that's what I tell them. I say, you a BSF boss. Like when you let people know, like Benny came to get me. Why you think he came to get me? To help this shit, to put this shit together. Like talk your shit. Because that's what you gotta feel. Because if you around and you feeling like, okay, no, hell no. You gotta have it balling and Michael Jordan gotta call for the ball. You gotta wean him off. Like back up, man, move. You know what I'm saying? I got this. That's it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel doing things like that gave me the confidence to help make it where I'm at right now.
Favorite watches? I saw you post some watches on Twitter the other day. What's your favorite watch that you got?
I would have to say this one.
Favorite watch when you started, before we get to that. Favorite watch when you first were coming up, before you could afford a Rolex, or before they got you that first one. You a G-Shock type fool?
I got a Michael Jordan watch back in the day.
That's fire.
I'm saying
That's
Christmas,
different.
like that was crazy.
That's different.
You know what I'm saying? That was crazy.
But for you, what'd you get? Like a
Seiko.
Bolivar, a Seiko, a fucking
Movado.
Okay, Movado.
Movado.
The first, my favorite watch before I had enough bread to buy my Rolex was a Movado. The Movado
Nice.
Museum. Classical.
Fancy museum.
The black, the black one, with just a little dot on the top.
Yep.
You know which one?
I know. That was that shit.
To me, for sure.
100%, man. And real people acknowledge that. They see that. They be like, oh, that's Movado. That guy's on his way.
I know.
I was checking my text message, man. Y'all definitely got some. I never did an interview like this. Y'all got some real good questions.
We're doing our thing up here. Shaka, baby. What the f is it gonna treat you like?
I thought you was
with
gonna
normal shit?
I thought you was gonna be asking me about like how does it feel to be signed to Rock Nation? How does it feel to be Def Jam? Like the real basis questions. People want to know about.
Have you ever been interviewed by another person that's before?
Yes, I have. In that interview, Cavario.
Oh.
You know, he do the shit with Vlad too.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like the other voice who's asking the question. That black deep voice, that's Cavario. You know what I'm saying? Like he was heavy in the game and shit.
No, man,
but you're right. You asking me questions from a hustler and shit. You said the 16th. I like that.
If you're not our age group, you for sure don't know what a 16th is.
100%.
So that's your favorite watch?
Yeah, it's my favorite watch, man. I love it.
I ain't mad at it. Are you a Buffalo Bills fan?
I'm damn near on the team.
Would you say being a Buffalo Bills fan is worse than being a Raiders fan?
No, yeah. I thought you was gonna say some crazy shit.
I mean, your team has never won a Super
being a
Bowl.
Buffalo Bills fan, it's not bad as y'all think, bro.
It's rough, fool.
It's really not.
The Buffalo Bills haven't been to the Super Bowl since I cared about football, and the Cowboys smashed them.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We only think about that shit during that time. We down there every Sunday, cooking, eating, jumping through tables, drinking beer.
I respect it.
Having a blast. Playoff time, yeah, it gets a little sad, but you know, real Buffalo Bills fans, like we got too much team pride to even be, you know what I'm saying? Like tripping off that.
Everybody can't go. Favorite record?
Germany's Graduation. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking that shit. The intro. I'm an intro guy. Always like rap like crazy on the intros.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my favorite record. And I say this all the time. I named the song after my wife, India. People loved it. I named the song after my dad, Johnny P's Caddy.
I see where it's going.
Babs was my intro on Tana Talk 3. Now it's Germany's graduation. You know what I'm saying? People love it. So anytime I name a song after a loved one, it's out of there.
I respect it. It's a nice homage, nice little salutation to the people. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, show them, like, you know what I mean?
I think you actually love them.
A little thank you, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Have you ever made a song for someone they didn't give them? That happened to me. I made a song for my brother. It's called like Brotherly Love or some stupid shit like that, and he was just like, cool.
Damn, what you do to bro? Your big brother?
That's my older brother.
Right.
We got like a 17-year age gap.
Oh, that's why.
Fuck nah.
You probably don't listen to that shit.
He does, fool.
Oh, right.
We're all from the same place. We all do the same shit.
Oh, but he probably like,
What
how
he
was it whack? From the old school shit, you know what I'm saying? He probably like, yo, come on now. I grew up on this, little bro.
Nah, I feel it. What else you got coming? What does 2024 hold for
Man,
the
we going
future?
on tour, man. We going on tour. Everybody can't go tour. Man, we got a bunch of LA dates. I'm at the
It's
Noble.
all access.
We in Sac, Santa Cruz, San Francisco.
Fire.
And come on, man. I expect to see y'all fellas, man.
We definitely expect to have our name at will call. All of these.
So that's nothing.
Say
Everybody know me. I can let 100 in at the door.
I'm throwing a concert right now. It's an oldies concert. And right now, instead of letting everybody get in, behind you, I'm giving you and your immediate family free tickets and a promo code for the rest of your family. Is that grimy? Because, fool, not everyone wants to, all these young kids don't know about the intruders and the nations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because and people should support. But I don't mind, like, you know what I'm saying, when I'm out west, you know what I'm saying, I'm from the East Coast, I'm out west, people show me so much love. It's almost like I'm hosting y'all. So in certain cities, I have to do that. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
I do that actually in every city. But, you know, they get fucked up when people want to stand on the stage. Just take the free ticket and chill the out. You don't got to be on the stage. You don't got to, you know what I'm saying?
I'm for sure going to have to be on the stage.
No, you one of them stage niggas.
I'm one of them stage fools for sure, to say the very least. Nah, we highly appreciate your presence here today. Again, for those of you watching at home that live under a rock and do not know the Butcher or his face, you are in the presence of greatness right now. No cap. We highly appreciate y'all. We got my man Smoke on the boards. We got Doughboy somewhere in the cut. I got
my little bro Zay.
Yeah, we got Zay.
I'm in a Shaka you hoodie.
Mando.
That's why I kept the. Did y'all notice I kept the hood on with the up there the whole time?
We highly appreciate you for the marketing tactics.
That's right.
This is Beyond the Label podcast. Shaka HQ, Godsmoke on the board, the Butcher in the building. My name is LA Icon. We highly appreciate y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Tap in, baby. We out.